Tristan with Nerdette's NewsStand, and I want to talk about what we're seeing now with Amber Heard. Some new things coming out from Tara Roberts, and I have talked about Tara before, but we're going to revisit that. There is something new, specifically when it comes to Johnny Depp's children. Now, Johnny has two children, Jack and Lily Rose, absolutely adorable children, and during this entire time, he has them with Vanessa Paradis. So, I want to make that clear. Some people were asking me in the comments before if Johnny and Amber had any common children, and they do not. They never had children, thankfully. But we're getting reports that Johnny Depp was assaulted, whichever word you want to use, by Amber Heard while his children were still in the house. So this happened in front of them. And I want to talk about some of the ramifications that could cause in Lily and Jack later on, but let's take a look at this article first. It says Johnny Depp's estate manager is one of the latest to file a declaration in support of the actor. He filed a defamation lawsuit against ex-wife Amber Heard. His real estate manager Tara Roberts, insisted that Johnny Depp's children witnessed at bare minimum, one of the aftermaths following Amber Heard's physical abuse against Depp. Now, the case that they are going to talk about did happen December 19th, 2015. So, obviously, most of what we are hearing is from the past because of the suit coming out. We're hearing every single thing that went on. And, of course, I am trying to cover it very carefully. There was a fight between Johnny and Amber that happened during the length of their marriage. The short length of their marriage, but even so. It says, according to Roberts, as quoted by Mew, I know it's not Mew, and I use them quite often. It's something worldwide. But I just call him Mew I don't know. We'll just go with Mew. The beginning portion of the fight featured Amber Heard verbally insulting Johnny Depp. Heard allegedly said, "Your career is over. No one's going to hire you. You're washed up, fat. You'll die a lonely old man." Now, mind you, remember during this entire thing, she's talking to Johnny Depp, one of the most A-list celebrities in the world. There are hundreds, if not thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of women that would be lined up just to get a piece of that. So come on. Quit playing, Amber. Like, nah, you have to be kidding. Tara Roberts stated the fight then moved to the parking lot of their house in the Bahamas, and at that point, Heard began physically assaulting Depp. And here is actually what Tara is going to tell us. These are her words. So, it says, I saw Amber lunge at Johnny, clawing, tugging, and aggressively pulling him. He continued to stand there yelling at her and yelling at her to stop and leave him alone. I apologize. When we stepped back to leave, her onslaught would start again. During the entire incident, I never, keyword, saw Johnny hit Amber or push her back, nor did he physically react to the attacks. Good. You know what? It is a fine line. When can a man push back? It's kind of up for debate. You kind of have to judge on your own. I personally think if a man is being assaulted to the point where they are being physically harmed, they have every right to defend themselves. I don't care if it's a woman, if it's a tree, if it's a monster. If someone is being assaulted, you have the right to defend yourself. And even in a marriage like this, I would have not blamed him had he protected himself, had he defended himself, even though he didn't. I'm not saying he did, I'm just saying there's a fine line there. People believe, one side or the other. I believe he had the right to defend himself. After the attacks, Johnny reportedly had a gash on his nose, and according to Roberts, Amber admitted to throwing a quart-sized can of liqueur thinner at his head. That screams sane. What? Why would you throw that at the man you love? I don't understand people in this sort of situations that get that angry. I've said it before in my videos. When I get angry, I usually just break down in tears. But why would you get that physically? I don't understand it. So it was apparently during this fight that Johnny Depp's children, Lily Rose Depp and John Jack Christopher Depp III, were present on the island. Now, again, we're going to go back to Tara Roberts' words herself. Also present on the island during his late 2015 visit was Johnny's son, daughter, and his daughter's friend. Oh my God. Johnny's children did witness the aftermath of the night before as I got them that morning. She explained what had happened and took them to their father. So they did know what happened. Now, I'm not sure how, close they were to witnessing this, but they witnessed the aftermath. They're not dumb. Kids are not dumb when it comes to these sort of situations. They know when their parent is hurt. They know when they're hurting. They know, they can sense that. So it says, although Depp's children supposedly witnessed the aftermath of the fight, it's unclear if they actually witnessed any physical abuse from Heard on Depp. And it's going to just get worse at this point. So I kind of want to talk about, I don't want to make it too long, but children get put into this situation because of divorces. Obviously, Johnny and Vanessa were not married, but they did separate. They were not together. So they still have these common children they have to take care of. And now Johnny moves on, gets with somebody that's abusive. No matter what situation it is, the children always lose. Whether it's their father and their mother fighting, or, father, stepmother, father, it doesn't matter. No matter what kind of situation you're in, when it comes to domestic abuse like this, children always are the ones losing. I understand there's a victim, but children are completely innocent in the situation. Sometimes they get the hands, raised to them too, which is completely unacceptable. I will kill a motherfucker. Anyway, so I want to talk about there are long-term physical, emotional health problems when people don't shut their mouths and realize not to fight in front of children. When they grow up, they're a lot greater risk to actually being in either a victim of one of these relationships or, unfortunately, being the perpetrator of one of these relationships. Because if they see their parent doing this, they're going to, somewhere in their subconscious, think that it's okay. And it's absolutely not okay. They tend to be more fearful, more anxious. They tend to suffer from anxiety. And if you've ever, I don't know, you personally, I suffer from anxiety and it's crippling sometimes. So to go through life like that and not, just because of the parent, they'll worry about the next, violent outburst. They'll worry about when it's going to happen again. And these were obviously school-age children. So it kind of depends on what age. So when we're talking about his children, in particular, the school-age children, it'll affect their grades. They'll have fewer friends. They'll get into trouble more often. They also may suffer from headaches, stomach aches, which is usually anxiety related because they worry themselves into a frenzy. And it, like I said, it can be crippling. So there are a lot of long-term effects. This happens way, way too often. And when children witness these things, it's going to affect them for the rest of their lives. Now, of course, they can get over it. It does take a lot, a good support system, high self-esteem, learning to have self-esteem, healthy friendships, healthy relationships, talking it out with your parents or whatever about your fears, about what you witnessed. Sometimes even talking to a professional is more helpful than anything. But there's a lot of times they'll use cognitive behavior therapy in a situation like this. So it can be helped. But when you witness these things over and over again, it tends to make these children really, really fearful, really, really unstable for a long time in their life. So yeah, Johnny went through it, but they're going to know what happened for the rest of their lives. And they're going to see that from their father. They're going to see that. So they are really the ones that lose in this situation. It's really unfortunate. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Hey
Hey guys, I want to give a huge shout out to my Subscribe Star and Patreons. You guys literally make this channel possible. Black Knight Fool, Brucey, Chris C, Dave Ross, David L, Jeffrey Allen Carnes, Sanjuro, Jeremy Burtz, Joe Bustify, Kato Round, Magical Exotic Diamonds, Mighty Pauls, Mike Buckner, Robert, Steve Glasker, Timothy French, Alice Matt Films, Alexander Trapp, Way Else One, and Troy Reiser. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Don't forget to subscribe and like on the way out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.